I'm gonna preface this. I'm not a makeup artist. Nope. I have a friend who is. She's brilliant. But I'm not a makeup artist. I do this for fun. All right, so I'm gonna zoom in. More zoomed into my face than really, anybody should be zoomed into my face because, let's be honest, nobody should be this close to my face. I have a mirror that's right here, which I will be using. So if you see me looking this way, it's because the mirror is right there. I'm gonna also show you the brushes I'll be using. Oh, and I'm not doing a complete look. I'm not putting on foundation. I'm not even putting a brow on. I'm just gonna do the eyes. I'm gonna put the mascara on just because you need to do that to finish the eye look. But I'm not doing the, I'm not gonna do like eyebrows. I'm not doing foundation. I'm not doing any of that. So again, this is for fun, right? So I'm not showing you like a makeup tutorial. I'm gonna tie my hair back. Because I usually put my makeup on with my hair back, and I kind of feel like it just, I don't know, this is going to be more successful if I'm sort of replicating what I'm doing when I usually put on makeup. I don't know. I don't know. Again, I don't know what I'm doing. So, and sorry, my face is very red. I just have a very red face. So, all right. So the first one we're gonna do is, I'm thinking like Tiana's gonna be on the side. And what the heck was it? Oh, Snow White's gonna be on. Tiana, Snow White. All right, right. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so for Tiana, she has 3 colors in the palette. It is Juju, Ray, and One Kiss. And I'm just gonna bring the palette up so you can see. Juju is right, where the heck is it? It's right here. Ray is right under it. It is like a gold color. So Juju, Ray, One Kiss, where the heck is that? Oh, it is the other gold color that is right there. Let's start. I'm going to show you the brushes I use. This is I know a lot of people do this. Again, I don't know a lot about brushes. Just letting you know. All my brushes are from Sephora. This is a blender brush. It's called the Tapered Crease Brush. And basically it's just a blending brush. So I use this brush for like crease and blending and putting down some color. Oh, and I didn't put on any eyeshadow primer. I said I was gonna put on eyeshadow primer and I didn't. Look at me, disaster. Okay, so we're gonna squeeze some on my finger. Okay, I just use a little bit because I don't have a very big eyelids because, thanks mom, I'm Asian. So I'm just gonna, I'm not even like a huge, I don't care what I'm doing when I do this. I just smear it on. Like, some people like to use a brush and be precise about it. I'm like, oh look, eyelid, eyeshadow, done. All right, so there's the primer. I also wanted to show you another thing I use. So, and it's because I'm lazy and because I'm not a professional. It's basically makeup tape, right? And I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna pull a little piece out and I'm gonna show you what this does. So it comes in a roll. It's from Sephora. A lot of my makeup's from Sephora, with the exception of the collection I'm reviewing. I'm just gonna pull, rip that off like that. And the tape looks like this, okay? It is literally just medical grade tape. So like things you would use, it's got a little pink back. I would split it down the middle. This is gonna look real weird for a second, but you'll see what I'm doing. You peel the backing off of it, and then you put it up onto your eye like so, and yeah, tape yourself. So basically what you're doing is you're taping your wing, because you don't need to do this. Like, I do it because I like the cut that you get from this after this is done, but you don't need to do this. Like, if you don't have it, don't go out and buy it. It's okay. So here's that. One thing you want to make sure is that they are both like, you're not like this, you know what I mean? So they are both sort of similarly angled. I'm gonna let you know right now, my eyes are different shape. This eye and this eye are a different shape. So if you see that, don't tell me in the comments. I already know. Thank you very much. Look, you can kind of see just from smiling, right? You can see how my eyes, this one is more narrow and this one's more almond shaped. Again, thank you genetics. I don't know how this happened, but I noticed it when I was a teenager and I started putting on makeup because when you put on eyeliner, it's like you can tell more. But anyways, getting to the actual tutorial or the actual like color play here. So I'm gonna go into Juju, which is the matte color, because I usually like to use matte in my crease. I'm just gonna dip, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna dip it in like that. Okay, so you see there's a little bit. And then I am just gonna sweep this up into, this is above the crease. I have a monolid, right? Most Asians do. I have a monolid, and what that means is that like when I have my eyes open like this, you cannot see my eyelid. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad. And what that means is that if I don't put color above my crease, you won't even see I have eyeshadow on until I blink. Like, really? This is what you have to deal with when you know, these are the things. Okay, so we're just gonna keep building up color. I don't wanna go too crazy here. We're gonna build up color a little bit at a time. I think that's nice, right? It's gonna be a nice light look, so here we go. Another thing I have, which I use, is the Sephora Color Switch by Vera Mona. Here's the lid on it, so you can see what it is. And what it is, and I apologize, this is like grungy looking at this point, but it is a makeup sponge that looks like this. And you just take your brush and you go like this after you've used it in color, and takes off all of the eyeshadow. So, very helpful when you're going from light to dark or dark to light. Mostly from dark to light, but anyways. Okay, so now that we're done with this, I'm gonna put I have to go into this a little bit because there's just not enough color for me to play with. I need to darken up a little bit the area just underneath the color that I put down. So I think I'm gonna go into Cover, which is this this shade right there. And I am just gonna take a little bit, and I'm going to go right into where the crease is. Now this is really the crease, right? So I'm just gonna darken just that area a little bit, and the reason why is because you just need a little definition in your crease. So there you go, see that color transition from the brown to that pink? Okay, perfect. Again, coloring, I'm gonna clean that off. I'm gonna put this brush down. The next brush I am going to pick up is a you know what, I don't know what this brush is because it's not labeled, thank you Sephora, but it is a like a pointed, it's like a very dense pointed brush like this. I use this brush to do a lot of like precision work that I need to lay down, pack down color. Oh, it's called a no, wait, that's not it. Angle, no. Oh, I don't know what the heck this is called. I tried. Sorry. Okay, so the next color I'm going to go into is actually One Kiss, which is the darker gold that's right here. And I'm just going to pick up a little color. And I'm going to apply it to the outer half of my eye. Okay, perfect. So we've got a nice little base of gold there. I'm going to clean off the brush. Okay, and then we're gonna go into Ray, which is the lighter of the gold colors right there. Okay, and we're gonna put that in the inner corner of the eye, okay, like right here. So, okay, so now that we've got the color down, I'm gonna show you what it looks like, but again, not finished. So you see that? Okay. I have a smaller, also from Sephora, but this is from a travel size kit thing. It's a crease brush. It is much smaller, as you can tell. It is also not as fluffy as, the bristles are longer and it's not as fluffy as my other crease brush. This is my actual blender because I have small eyes. So you'll see what I'm doing here. I am literally just going over the tops of where the colors met, right? And I'm just going back and forth, like windshield wiper motions, right? And we're just blending that in. Look at that. Okay, so now that we're done, we're basically done with the eyeshadows. So I peel this off. If I can get it, there we go. Ow. I peel that off. And you'll notice that the line, okay, it's not as noticeable because these colors are very light, but you notice that there's a nice clear line there. It's a little harsh. So I take the same brush and I just do a little bit of a sweeping motion, or you can sort of like go around in circles like this to sort of just blend this in a little so that it's not as harsh. There you go, see? Okay, so I clean that brush off. I'm gonna put the palette down. I'm gonna take a fluffy brush like this. It's predominantly clean. I mean clean in the sense that it's got nothing on it. And I'm just gonna go like this because sometimes there's a little fallout and you just wanna wipe it away, okay? I haven't noticed any fallout yet. It's a little bit, but it's not a ton with this palette. But, all right, now that we're done there, I am then going to put the eyeliner on. And I'm gonna show you how I put this eyeliner on. I don't know if it's the correct way. This is just how I do it. So you know, a lot of people, they go like this, right? They use the tip. No, I use the edge. So I start here and I lay my eyeliner down flat and I use the edge to line, and I really just dash. I draw basically little dashes. I draw little dashes all the way over. Gets a little hard when you get to the end, right? Because, you know, you kind of need to use that tip. So then that's when I use the actual tip. And then I just connect it like that. And that's how I do my eyeliner. I don't know. Let me know if you've got better tips. I'm open. A lot of people like to do color under the eye. And bless you for having large eyes to be able to do that. If I were to put color under my eyes would look even smaller than they look now. So no color under the eyes. I'm gonna use my mascara here. I usually put eyelash primer. Thank you brain for working. I usually use eyelash primer on my eyes, which is a white Dior primer. I'm not doing it now because for the purposes of this video, I'm not going out. It doesn't need to be long wear. I don't need to have like super pumped up lashes for this look, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like with mascara on. So here you go. I'm gonna put on one coat of mascara just to have a finished look. There you go. There you have your Tiana eye. We're gonna do the Tiana lip now. I am gonna take my red, sorry, not my red. I have like a sort of a deep brownish reddish color here. It is called NARS. Why do you come up with names like this? Lani Kai, okay? Yeah, Lani Kai. So I'm gonna do this half of my lip only because that's what the that's what I'm doing on this side of the face. So I like to draw my lips like so. And oh, look, I'm bleeding. Oh, I swear to God, I am like such a mess. Look at this. Okay, anyway, so I draw my lips like that. I start at the middle. And then I draw this side to match it. I start out very light. And the reason why I started very light is because I don't have the steadiest hand. So if I mess it up, it's easy to wipe it off. There you go. Oh, I'm not even on camera, sorry. I'm short, so this camera is like a little higher. Apologies. All right, Tiana Lipstick, which is the only lipstick I've actually tried, and I really like it. I will warn you guys though, this is not long stay lipstick. Do not expect you're gonna eat a meal and it's gonna still be on there. It is not. So what you can do to mitigate that, I realize I look crazy with one piece of tape on my eye, but sorry. What you can do to mitigate that is take the lip liner and fill in your entire lip and then put this on. The liner will stick to your lip a little better than the lipstick will, and it will like try and keep the color there as long as possible. That's my only tip. So let's put this on. All right, guys, there you have it. This is the Tiana look. So, I really like it. I think it's stunning. I think that, you know, the dark lip and then the sort of very metallic-y gold eye looks great together. So, success, I think, for Tiana. Let's see how Snow White does. So Snow White has Grumpy and Poison Apple in the palette. So I'm gonna just point out, Grumpy is like a peach, right here. And Poison Apple is a like fuchsia pink with, it's like a shimmer. It's a fuchsia shimmer. Okay, and then we have Hi Ho, which is the Super Shock Shadow here. And we have a red lip. This might not turn out as well. I'm just gonna put it out there. Those colors don't look like they're gonna sound like they go well together. I'm just saying. But you know what? We're here to play, so let's do it. Let's play. So first, we are going to go in with Grumpy because it is the shade that's the closest to like a neutral. So we're gonna do that. Same thing we did for Tiana. We're gonna put a little bit on our brush. And then we're just gonna go back and forth at the top. And we're gonna build up some color. And I think because this color naturally is a little darker than Juju, which we just used, it's not gonna take as much to build up. Look at that. I think that's pretty. Just touch more. And there you have it. There's Grumpy. Okay, so now we have Poison Apple, we have Hi Ho. So Poison Apple, being the darker of the shades, is gonna be on the outer corner. So I'm gonna use the same brush that I used before. I'm gonna pick up some of the Poison Apple. Not gonna eat it, because that evil queen. Okay. All right, and I think I'm gonna need to tap off some excess. So, and that's the other thing, if you don't want fallout, tap off the excess on like the corner of your palette or whatever. If you don't wanna make a mess, I tap it into the little sponge thing I use so that you don't get a ton of fallout. So, oh, you know what I forgot to do? I need to use a little bit of the cover. So, the Naked 2 Basic, so the same color that I put here in the crease, I'm gonna put here in the crease, okay? Because I forgot to darken up the crease a little. And we're putting just a little bit, guys. Don't go crazy, okay? Like, you want this to blend into the color you just used, okay? There you have it. See that? See how that goes into that? Okay. So now we're gonna just make sure that blends out a little better. Okay, perfect. All right, now we're gonna put that down. Now we're gonna go into, right, we already have it on the, oh, Bev, get it together. We're gonna put just a little bit at a time. This is a darker color, which means that I don't know what it's gonna do. So I'm being very cautious about my application. FYI, I've not used any of these before, okay? Just letting you know, not used any of these colors before. I have no idea what this is gonna do. So it is actually a lot more muted on the skin than it is in the palette. In the palette, it just seems like it will pop a ton, but you see that? It's not as bright as you'd think. I'm gonna let it go over just a little further. So I'm gonna use almost the entire, cover the entire lid almost with Poison Apple. There you have that. Okay, and the reason why I'm doing that is because the next color I'm going to use, Hi Ho, the Super Shock Shadows, is actually a very light color, and I don't want to start a very light color off in the center of my eye. So there you have that. I'm going to close this palette up. Now I will say, if you apply these colors on a wet brush, you might get a different application. So I'm not doing that today, but if you want to try it, go ahead and try it. You might get a more concentrated color. So that's my other tip for you. With the Super Shock Shadows, I'm going to try and apply them by hand at first because I heard that they apply better by hand. So we're going to try that. Again, this is my first time trying these Super Shock Shadows. I don't know what it's going to do, but let's do it. Okay, so I'm going to use my middle finger here. Actually, yeah, no, I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to use my pinky because I'm trying to get into the corner of my eye. So let's use my pinky. I'm going to smudge a little bit of it. Oh, it is nice and creamy. It is nice and creamy, but it's not as creamy as I thought it was gonna be. Okay, here we go. Oh, pretty. Okay, I'm not applying a ton. I'm not, because I don't want to go crazy. And go back in it one more time. There we go. Very, very nice. You see that? It's very nice. Okay, so I'm going to close this tightly back up again as instructed by the vendor. I'm going to clean off my finger because it is covered in eyeshadow. I'm going to, again, pick up this blending brush, and I am going to go in and blend out the colors. Nobody wants harsh lines, and that's the one thing that no matter which makeup person you talk to, they're going to tell you that. I'm sorry, I just had to clean up the corner of my eyes a little bit. They're going to tell you that because nobody wants harsh lines. Okay, so that is very pretty. I'm going to go back in actually a little bit and add a little bit more of the Super Shock shadow because as I was blending it, I noticed that a lot of it just came off. I'm going to try using a brush and applying it. So this is a shadow brush, but it is densely packed bristles. Good Lord, Bev, get it together. It's called a shader brush, also from Sephora, okay? We're gonna pick up, and I'm gonna try and put it on. Whoa, do you see how much more color that puts on there? Okay, well then. And again, this is just the white one, so I don't think it was supposed to be super colorful. I don't know if I love this color, I'll be honest with you. I think my Urban Decay does better. So, anyways, there you have that. I'm gonna go put on my eyeliner and my mascara and be right back. So, here is the Snow White eye. I really like it. I was a little afraid that this was gonna be a disaster because that Poison Apple color was just so bright and so pink, but actually it applies very, very soft. So, I really like it. If you want more intense color, I would say try applying it wet, but love it. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the lip. I'm basically gonna do the same thing with the Snow White lip that I did with the Tiana Lip, just on the other side. We are using the same lip liner in Nawatu. Okay, it is a red though, so love it. Let's put that on. Great. So some of you may ask, you'll notice that I put a little bit of the lip liner in the middle here before I drew the line, and that's because I tend to overshoot where the curve is, and then I end up like doing it way down here in my chin. Not good. Or a little too high up. So I put the line right where I want the curve to, where the apex of the curve of the lip, and then I just draw the line to the curve. Usually if I'm not doing a Too Faced look, I would just draw the line across the entire bottom, but since we're doing double, you know, like I'm only doing a little bit. So here's that. I'm going to try the Snow White color for the first time. The Tiana color I've used before, as I said. Snow White I've not used before, so we're gonna do this for the first time and see what happens. There you have it. Snow White is on. I really like this color. I thought it was going to be a little too blue for me, but I think it's not bad. It's not bad at all. So here is Snow White. There you have it. And I accidentally touched my lip and see a little bit of Tiana came off. Just letting you know, these are not long last lipsticks. But I really like these two. I think this is a very, very, very nice collection. So far, so good.